Hello, everybody. Going to give everybody some time to get the notification and to come on in. But as everybody's coming in, I hope you all had a great Friday and are looking forward to the weekend. So I'm going to be doing some new things with the channel and tonight figured I would try to see what else what I can do. So hey Daisy girl, thank you so much for coming back. It's so nice to see you in here. So I'm going to be doing some new things with the channel. I would eventually like to grow this. I don't necessarily care about being monetized. That doesn't. I always say if I'm making money from it, um, like that's a job. It's a job to me. You know, if somebody wants to donate something, fine. They can donate. I appreciate that so much. But if I'm actually having to work for it, then that's a job. So that's why monetization doesn't really matter to me on this. But I really want this channel to be about people going through brain cancer, whether they were newly diagnosed or they have recurring brain tumor, really to understand what every day is like and what what the experience can be. So everybody coming in, I see you. So Daisy Girl, hello, Cree. So nice to have you again. Daisy Girl, I already told you. It's great to have you back in here. Thanks for being here. That Lauren Marie, thank you for being in here. I'm glad we got a chance to chat earlier. I appreciate that, and it was it's nice to see you here again. Really appreciate your support and your kind words always. Let's see, Babs. Yeah, all right. Hey, Babs, welcome back. Thank you for being here again. Cree, always love having you here. You're so amazing. And thank you so much for always being here. Let's see. Jendy's here. Cool. Hey, Jendy, it's so nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. And Babs, thank you again for being here. Always nice to see our group of people here. It's so nice, and we'll have some more joining us tonight. So I always look forward to that. So I'm gonna. I was mentioning earlier that I'm gonna be doing a few things different with the channel. I'm not gonna create an introduction. I believe in doing stuff on the fly and not planning it. So for the most part, all the conversations and talks that we've had, they've all been just coming straight from the heart. I don't make notes. I don't have anything. I just let it flow. So one of the things I want to do, especially for those who will be watching from the outside, is do a little introduction of myself, what I'm going through, and what I'm currently having treatment for. So, that's going to be how I start my lives every night moving forward. Um, so with that being said, my name is Patrick Amato. I I was di- well, I was driving back in July of 2024 and had a absence seizure where I just zoned out. Luckily, my mother was in the car with me. She was able to shake me and get me out of the trance I was in. But then I got home and tried walk. I started walking and I fell down. So I said, "All right, we need to go to the emergency room." I wasn't expecting anything, but the emergency room did a CT scan and uh, showed me that I had a big tumor in my head. Well, we didn't know it was a tumor. We just knew it was a mass. I had a big mass in my head. Hey, Kat, it's so nice to see you again, and I'm glad you're awake. Yes, that's awesome. I immediately was transported to a hospital with a very good neuro area. So I spent a couple days in the neuro ICU, and I met my doctor, who, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, Dr. Raul Oliveira is the best neurosurgeon you're going to find. And I was fortunate enough that he was there at the hospital I was at, and he did the surgery. So they removed a tumor from my head. I'm sorry, I don't know how big, but after the pathology came back, it was a glioblastoma. Um, Glioblastoma is never a word you want to hear, but I haven't let it change my life. I still try to do everything I did prior to having surgery, and uh, yeah, so it's been a good road. So over the last 7 months, I've had 30 radiation treatments. I had to go 5 days a week for 6 weeks, and it got long. It definitely got long, but it was. I handled it very well. I did lose my hair at that time, but I handled it well. That was really only the only side effect I have. Thank you, Kat. That's very nice of you to say. I appreciate that. And so uh, then after the radiation, I got a couple of weeks off, and then they started me on a chemotherapy pill called temozolomide, or some people may also call it Timidar, depending on who you talk to. So it is just like chemotherapy, just in a pill form. And I would have to take that. I did a 21 days. I did that for a couple months. And once I was done with that, the my neuro team, which included Dr. Oliveira, the surgeon, the radiation oncologist, which was Dr. Greenberg. He can't say enough great things about Dr. Greenberg and his staff. Amazing amazing radiation oncologist, and even better human being. And his staff is just amazing. And then the third person on my team was a medical oncologist, and his name was Dr. Garza. And so Dr. Garza at that point said, "Well, you're done with your main chemo doses. We're going to move you into maintenance mode." So what maintenance mode is, I have to take each month. I have to take 5 consecutive days of a double dose of chemo, so chemo pills. So when I was doing it almost every day for 21 straight days, um, it was 180 milligrams. And then when I moved to maintenance mode, I was only doing it 5 days, 5 consecutive days in the month. And then I was done the rest of the month. Sometimes they call it 523 because you're on 5 days, you're off 23 days. Um, and it also was called adjuvant or adjuvant um, chemo. And so that was 360 milligrams. So less time, but double the dose. There are definitely side effects that come with chemo. Like I said, it's just like normal chemo, just in pill form. Luckily, I didn't have any except for one night of nausea. And once I took anti-nausea medicine, it went away. So here I am now, 7 months from surgery to remove a brain tumor that happens to be one of the most deadly and invasive brain tumors, called a glioblastoma. I have had I've had 3 or 4 MRIs since surgery, and every single one of those has come back stable. And that's what you want, is a stable MRI. That means nothing's changed. There's been no progression. So, and then I've also added this thing. These are just some electrodes and patches on my head. I'm tethered to a box. I know you can't really see that well, but yeah, so I'm tethered to a box. And it's called Optune. And Optune is in addition to chemotherapy. And what it's doing is it's sending frequencies through my head. And those frequencies are set to only target the glioblastoma cancer cells, if there are any. And it's wonderful. You don't feel anything with it. I would recommend it to anybody who um, happens to be watching this and is either newly diagnosed with a glioblastoma. I would bring it up. Again, it's Optune, and that would be through any one of your oncologist team. They should be able to tell you about it. And then recently, actually this week, I started an immunotherapy. So I'm on three things. I am on a chemo pill, I'm on Optune, and then this week I started an immunotherapy called pembrolizumab. But the short name and the commercial name you see for it for TV is Keytruda. And so far I've had no side effects except a little bit of tiredness, but that's expected. Thanks, Kat. That again, super sweet and super nice. You all are absolutely amazing, night after night, with your words. They're so appreciated and never forgotten either. So that's a lot, Patrick. Look at you, though. I love your positivity. You're a great example to us all how not to wallow. It wasn't always like that. When I was first diagnosed, it was like, wow, I'm going to die soon. I've only got a month to live. Nobody ever told me that, but that's how my mind was. That's where it was racing. And, but at the end of the day, and Babs, I'm sorry to hear that they have cancer, but I do hope the Keytruda works and that person has no side effects. I'll be saying some prayers that everything goes well. It was a good day today, but I am tired. I told you, Keytruda definitely has that side effect, some fatigue. But I want to say to everybody who's newly diagnosed with a brain tumor, especially a glioblastoma, don't go out and read all of the stuff that's out there on average time frames. Some people only live a couple months. While that may be true, each case is different, and what your oncologist team and even the surgeon, what they should do is they should have your tumor tested, not just for if it's cancerous or not. It should be tested for the genetic makeup of the tumor because your oncology team is going to rely on that in order to um, get your or decide what the best treatment is for you. I happen to have a methylated tumor. Never heard of methylated in my life until this. There's methylated and unmethylated. You really want your genetic makeup for it to be methylated because that shows um, better um, a better prognosis when it comes to your treatments. So the temozolomide is more effective on it. The radiation is more effective on it if it's methylated. So just one thing there that you always want to know when it comes to a brain tumor. But again, don't go out to YouTube. Listen to me. I'm on YouTube. Don't go out to Google and just throw in there glioblastoma prognosis because it's going to give you an average of about 40 to 60 years of data. If you can somehow find the last 10 years of data, the numbers look a whole lot better. So, I just don't let it get you down. Can you be sad? Yes. Nothing should stop that. You need to feel how you feel, and it's okay to be sad. But one of the biggest things for me, while I was just, I'll never forget. I think it was my second MRI. I was just a ball. I was a mess, total mess, a big ball of nerves, and I couldn't get my anxiety under control, to the fact where they had to give me, hey, William Brooklyn, they had to prescribe me with Xanax. I'd never had to be on Xanax. I've always had to use just a daily maintenance thing, and that would always work, but it wasn't working. But I turned to my faith. I have a very extensive background um, with being a Christian, and um, and my faith in God and my beliefs. I actually did a show on that well, I'd say either a couple of weeks to a month ago, about my testimony, and that has been really how I remain positive with such a terrible diagnosis, as well as am able to inspire people, is because at the end of the day, I have nothing to be scared of. If I'm not scared of dying, if I happen to pass away, hope it doesn't happen for a long time. I love being here, um, but if I do happen to pass away, I know where I'm going. That is something that is not a question since I was 5 years old. I know where I'm going, and I know some people that have gone before me that I'm going to see, and I couldn't be happier about that. So thank you, Kat. Yep, I agree. God is so good, and um, you know I've had so many things happen during this battle with glioblastoma that that shows me God has His timing for everything. The first, um, the church that I go to has a cancer support group. Um, the first support group I was there, somebody called me afterwards and wanted to go out and have breakfast one morning, and we're now the closest of friends. Good person, great person, and somebody, if I need them, I can call and say, hey, can you pray with me real quick? I need some prayer. And it's a great person. But have a good support system. That'd be a just a piece of advice that I'd have. So, all right. So for my regulars, even though it won't go that long, that is going to be. I'm going to start my shows out now. Just introducing myself, saying I was diagnosed with glioblastoma, and here's the current treatments I'm on. I won't go into all the other details, but yeah. So that's how I'm going to start that out now. And yes, Kat, yeah, it really is. It's amazing to me, just how uplifting everything is. I was so happy when I went to the first support group they had. I went to the second one 2 weeks ago, and there's another one coming up on, I want to say, the 17th. So I am looking forward to that and hearing some more amazing stories from people who have all different types of cancers. So yeah. So all right. I titled this thing "Ask Me Anything Friday." So I didn't really want to spend time talking about a topic today. So in the chat, if you have any questions you want to ask me, you're free to ask it. I will answer. So, William Brooklyn, Sunday at 12:15, I believe, p.m. is when the MRI is. But I'll be getting in the right mindset tomorrow so that I'm ready to go. when it comes Sunday, and so yeah, Sunday afternoon is the MRI. So I'm very, you know, very ready to get it done and get the results back. Today is Friday. I thought all day it was Thursday. Oh no. Yes, it is Friday. Unless I made a mistake, it is Friday, and I hope not because I've been saying Happy Friday all day long. But it is Friday, March the 7th. Hmm. And cat, if I can, let's see, it's 1920. Actually, I don't know. Would it be 0720 now in military time? No, it's still 1920. Yep. But speaking of time, tomorrow night is not a fun night. Yeah, William Brooklyn, exactly where I'm going. Tomorrow is not a fun night. We spring ahead overnight, Saturday into Sunday. So when you wake up Sunday, if you haven't changed your clocks yet, or if they're not automatic changing clocks, then your time's going to be off. Cell phones generally will automatically change, but just remember we spring forward on Sunday. So overnight Saturday at 2 a.m. Sunday morning is when it officially changes and springs forward. So yeah, never fun when we spring ahead, but I know Florida is talking about getting rid of daylight savings time, and I think the federal government's talking about that as well. So there may eventually be no more falling back. Yep, it is. It is this weekend, Kat. All right. If anybody would like to, I'll try to invite you. If you would like to come up and be on panel, you're more than welcome to. I'd love to have you up there. So that is the link. If you just copy and paste that link into your browser, it'll take you to StreamYard. And if you have an account, you can enter the studio, and I'll talk to you backstage before we go on stage. But yeah, falling back is standard time. Yep. So it's never one of my favorites because spring forward is never one of my favorites because I hate losing an hour of sleep. I fight to get as the type or as much sleep as I can to begin with. I don't want to lose an hour. I love having more daylight time. The only thing I don't like about it, I do too, Kat, but the only thing I don't like about it is um, I don't like having it get dark so late. I mean, 5 p.m. Eastern time here in Tampa, it'll be dark. So, I don't know. I don't enjoy that. Or maybe I have the two reversed. I'm not sure, but I don't believe I do because, you know, the more daylight you get, that means it gets darker earlier. Ugh. Yep, true, Babs. And so, yeah, it's just remember, everybody, it's coming this weekend. So be prepared on Sunday when you wake up for it to be an hour ahead, or on your cell phones, it's probably correct. If you have a cell phone, they usually always go forward and back on time. Jindy, you don't have to. No, you can just be an hour behind everybody else. Well, William Brooklyn, you still got another day. You're not losing an hour yet. I love it. Cat, poor cat. She thought it was. Oh, she didn't think it was Friday. Was it Thursday? I forget what she said. Um, Okay. Yep. You thought it was Thursday all day. Yep. And William Brooklyn, you thought it was Saturday. So if the two of you could just meet in the middle, we'd be on the right day. It is easy to, absolutely, especially if you stay busy. You know, it it totally just it's hard to keep up with the days, and sometimes they just fly by. You don't realize. I would say time is for me like when I when I get done with work and I look and I'm like, wait, how's it already 5 o'clock? And I'm like, where did this day go? I don't feel like I accomplished anything. 'Cause I was in meetings from eight to 3, and I barely had any time to do anything. So I'm trying to catch up on everything with my regular job that I need to do. So it's pretty crazy. But but yeah. So anybody have any plans this weekend? I'm curious if anybody's doing anything this weekend besides moving their clocks forward. I'm planning on going to my best friend's son's baseball game tomorrow. I just have to find out what time it is, but planning on doing that. Plus, I'm a big college basketball fan, always have been. And one of the biggest rivalries is this weekend, last game of the regular season, Duke and North Carolina. So always have to watch that. Oh, Kat, that's awesome. I hope you get to see your grandsons. That would be amazing. Oh, nice, William Brook, and going to National Women's Day March in Union Square. Very nice. Have a great time. And I know there's a lot of people who appreciate that support and you standing up. So that's awesome. And Babs, yeah, it is March. We're 2 weeks, I think, away from the big basketball tournament. So, yep. Excuse me. Yep, it is. It is some good minutes, and I know I always feel that way about my family. And even though I had no kids, anytime I got to go, see my family, or like I really miss my cousins up north, and my aunt and uncle up north. I really miss them, and it's just great. Family is the greatest, and especially being an Italian, I've been, I was built in that mold. That family is everything, and I absolutely love every second I got to spend with my family. And then I also have an aunt and uncle here in this area who they come to Tampa every once in a while, and we'll go out to lunch, and I do get to see them every Sunday at church. So I absolutely I love that. Oh, that's too funny. William, you've been outed. And Jindy has saying you're going out to look for dates. Y'all are too funny. Thanks, Kat. Very nice. So not only do I get messages from you all on the chat, I also get messages on Instagram from a range of people, some who come into the live, and then family members. And this is a local business here in Tampa. And he sent me a message that says, praying for you. I can't imagine going through what you're going through, but you're so positive, and honestly, you're an inspiration to me. And again, um, I've said it so many times, but it's so true. That is so motivating for me, knowing that I can actually motivate and uplift people because of who I am. And even the other day, when I was told that this person was using my videos to show their dad what to expect when he was going to go through radiation, showed the mask, so, that's what inspires me to do all of this is the support I get from everybody and then how it's helping people. So, that I'm going to continue doing this because it truly motivates me and it uplifts me as well. I'm not the only one dishing out kindness and everything. Y'all being kind to me and showing me love and prayers and all that great stuff is just so motivational. So you motivate me as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Babs. Yeah, I love my cousins, and they're some great people. I'm very lucky to have the family that I do. Aunts, uncles, cousins, mother. When my dad was alive, I was fortunate to have the mom and dad that I have. So I've been very fortunate and blessed in life. And thank you, William Brooklyn. It is a good story, and I plan on it being the one of the most epic stories anybody can tell. So, even though I fight every day, whether it's bills, whether it's upcoming doctor visits, like I have a lot to think about every single day. But at the end of the day, I know I'm coming here and I'm going to be doing a live show with the people that mean a lot to me and who inspire me. That's I hate that your parents are gone, Babs, but I am glad that you have siblings and their families. It was never in the cards for me to have any siblings, and that's okay. I'm an only child. I was never a spoiled brat only child. My parents taught me so many wonderful lessons in life. Um, how to be nice to people, why that's important, why you shouldn't look down on somebody because they are different. My parents were just the most. Oh, they are. I mean, they're the most amazing people, and I'm so happy that my mom is still here because uh, she is just a wonderful human being and an amazing lady, and um, I know her and my dad are proud of what I've become, and I strive for that every day. I want them to continue being proud. My mom being here, my dad being up in heaven looking down. That's what I want. Oh, William Brooklyn. Yes, I do. I thought it was going to be used to cook some Sunday sauce, but nope. It turned my butt red. That's funny. But my parents were good, never abusive. I got a little spank here and there when I did something wrong, and I deserved it because I did something wrong, and I knew that. I'll never forget I lied one time. Lying was never something I was big at. If like not even little white lies, but I'll never forget I lied one time. My friend and I were throwing a baseball in the front yard, and my friend overthrew me, and it broke the window at the front of the house. And my dad was asking me. My mom found opened the blinds and found it, and I was like, "Oh, um, well, what happened? I don't know. It wasn't me. I didn't do it." And my dad's like, "All right, well, we're gonna call." because it was my next door neighbor who was throwing the ball with me. Okay, we're gonna call his parents and find out if they know anything. And I just, okay, yes, I know everything that happened. And, I was so embarrassed, but it was a good lesson for me to learn. So yeah, that's it's a little bit more about me, kind of peeling back the layers as to who I am. But um, just like now, I stayed in trouble for telling the truth. I'm not sure what that means, Kat, but if you want to message me, I'd be interested to hear. Cornhole, hello to you. Welcome in. And Cornhole's been here before, so thank you for coming back. But yeah, so we're 36 minutes in tonight, and it's uh, it's Friday, so I am going to go try to enjoy the rest of my night and not work like I did last night. So don't forget, move your clocks ahead this weekend. Um, Sunday for me is my MRI. I'll appreciate all the prayers I can get. We want a stable MRI, so we're going to go for another stable MRI. So I love and appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great night, and we'll talk again on Monday. So everybody have a good weekend. Love you and God bless.